eThekwini Water and Sanitation is responsible for the provision of water supply and sanitation services to over 3 million people in the eThekwini municipality of Durban, South Africa. The size of their service area means that they face a great diversity of service provision situations, ranging from the dense downtown area and richer suburbs to peri-urban slums and a rural periphery. As such, they've had to adapt the options offered to their clients to meet sanitation service standards, while remaining affordable and responsive to customers. Their close collaboration with the University of KwaZulu-Natal also means that innovation is at the center of their sanitation service provision. This video showcases a few of the successful sanitation solutions developed by eThekwini Water and Sanitation.
Welcome to Durban Water Recycling. On your way in, you would have gone past the head of works and the biological plant, etc. And the way the plant is split is that we've got the head of works system that's currently run by the eThekwini municipality, and Veolia takes over operation at the activated sludge plant. So at the lamellar settlers, this is the point at which the chemical conditioning happens. The chemicals we currently employ on this plant are a metal salt, such as aluminium sulfate, and we use a polymer in order to coagulate. And then from there, the flocculated effluent is sent to the lamellar settlers, where it basically settles out solids from the liquid fraction, and then the liquid fraction goes through the various other stages in terms of polishing to achieve the final quality. Mondi saves something like 70 million rand a year just on water.
What we do here is we recover nutrients from urine diversion toilet waste. So the UD comes in, it's mixed, it's placed in these bays, and our maggots are brought and put onto that sludge. They break it down over approximately 14 days. It is then moved into our processing plant. It is separated, so the maggots are separated from the remaining sludge. The maggots are dried, they are pressed, the oil is pressed out of them, and we are left with a protein and an oil. And the remaining sludge that hasn't been digested and what have you goes through a pyrolysis machine and is turned into biochar. So for now, the market will be into the pet food space. The oils, Unilever are very excited at the potential for replacing palm oil.
These are community ablution blocks. We've got about 1,300 of them in the city at the moment, and it's growing every day. We expect to get up to around about 2,000 of these blocks. This is a prefab type of ablution block. We have the prefab type and we have the containerized type. The containerized type is where you can bring in a container truck and offload it quite easily. These ones where you don't have access, you can go in. All the washing and stuff is done here. So the grey water is contained. That's either taken to a sewer or it's taken to septic tanks. If you go around and speak to the people about what they think of these, they think it's great. They've got a place to do their washing, they get free toilets, they get free toilet paper, showering. Council have taken responsibility for this.
This is the Fraser's informal settlement here, and then behind me over there is the Sarasvati school. What I'm actually standing on here are the manholes above the different compartments of an anaerobic baffled reactor. And this ABR here is being fed from those two community ablution blocks over there. So people using the ablution blocks, the excreta, laundry waste, comes over here through the anaerobic baffled reactor. And the deal we had in the school here is that we would use the football field of the school as the evapotranspiration area for the overflow from this ABR. And in return, Border and Hearing together built two ablution blocks for the school and an ABR for the school. So that was a sort of quid pro quo. So this was the first time Hearing had actually tried to build community toilets, and it was part of their design of community ablution blocks. Instead of having shipping container ablution blocks, they were going to have them out of prefabricated concrete. It's actually a very clever design because you've got the girls' toilets on this side, boys' toilets on the other side, and down the middle here, you're able to have all the either theftable parts or all the working parts down here, so you can service the ablution block without anyone having to go into the individual compartments.
Basically, This is a VIP, ventilated improved pit latrine. Reason being, you can see the vent stack that they removed. They've just pulled that vent out right now so they get the slab off. They pull the back slab off here, and then they empty the sludge out of that into these drums. Then these drums are then taken to their vehicles. They're then transported to Tonga to the LaDePa machine. This is what we call the LaDePa plant. And LaDePa, as I said to you, stands for latrine, dehydration and pasteurization. So we just came up with the name LaDePa because it's got a good African ring to it, LaDePa. You know, so what it consists of is this container, which is a 20-foot container, which has got a control panel in the front here, a control section in the front here, and it's got a gen set in the back here. The sludge gets dropped into the hopper. It goes through the screw press. It screws it and squeezes the sludge out. The sludge then comes onto a porous conveyor belt, and because it's in an open matrix lying on that belt, the air is then vacuumed by fans, which you can see on top there. It's pulled through the medium and then through the belt, and that allows you to get a bigger surface area contact with the hot air. It runs 16 minutes from the one end of the plant to the other end of the plant to 16 minutes. He's run it this morning and put a little bit of sludge. You can see the pellets that have landed on the side there. Those come out, they get bagged, seal it, put the bag down. So when the guys aren't working, there's no sludge going through, they can just start bagging.
This is the Newlands Mashu site. We can do research on this site. There are 84 houses up there that are connected to the sewer, and the sewer comes directly into this site here. The sewage comes down, and we have the anaerobic baffled reactor there, followed by a vertical flow wetland, then a horizontal flow wetland, and then down there we've got an agricultural area. And then behind me here is a laboratory. So there it means that the students can come out here, they can do their experiments, and then they can do their chemical analyses behind me here. And then right behind you over there is a growing tunnel, and that's where we have more agricultural students doing work on pot trials, growing vegetables and different crops with different sorts of wastewaters or sludges and things like that.